Welcome to Canadian Women of the Outdoors podcast, Canada's first podcast by Canadian women for Canadian women about Canadian women. Brought to you by Federation Firearms, Canadian owned, enthusiast operated. And True North Baits, superior quality fishing tackle. See what the fuss is about. The Decoy Daddy, delivering premium decoys to Canadian hunters. And Grit Outdoors Apparel, apparel that's as tough as your passion for the outdoors. Enjoy the episode. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Canadian Women of the Outdoors. I am your host, Nicole, also known as the Huntress Chef. I am joined by my co-host today, Miss Christina Graham, Chrissy, as we call her. And we are live from the Life Outdoors show in Clifford, Ontario. Before we get into all that, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Federation Firearms, the Decoy Daddy, True North Baits, and Grit Outdoors Apparel. Go show them some love and likes on social media, Instagram, Facebook. If it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be an us, so definitely show them some love. It shows us some love as well. So we're live in Clifford. Are live. This is a different kind of live than live on Nipissing was.
Little different.
Different. We're not walking around.
Yeah, but we've got a decent turnout so far.
And I mean, this is our first trade show.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. We've decided to start small and local to us because I'm in Elmwood, you're in Mildmay.
Yep.
So this
nice
is what,
kind of happy medium.
Yeah, and it's small. We didn't
Yes.
it's not overwhelming.
Nope.
And I mean, there's so we're here today, Saturday, and tomorrow. Seems like some really cool women here doing some stuff. We've already had a chat with a few people that we're gonna be recording some live podcasts throughout the weekend. Which will end up being released in a probably multi-episode format.
Yep.
20 minutes per thing, but we got some cool stuff going on at our own booth. We can't really talk, since this is going on YouTube, we can't technically talk about the sticker draw, but we have a sticker draw. That's cool. That was sponsored by Federation Firearms. That's all I can say. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube again.
That's what we can get away with.
I just got back on YouTube, and I don't want to get kicked off again.
Let's not do that.
We also have some merch from the Decoy Daddy for sale. Big shout out to him. So who else is here? What have we done this morning so far?
Lots of talking to people, which has been great. Networking. Some networking. Coffee. Yeah, we have to give a shout out to the coffee guy. What's the coffee called again? The Metalhead Coffee Company out of Godrich.
Yes, local coffee company. He provided us with an Irish cream shot. Oh my god, it was so good.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Delicious. She's still sipping away at hers. I chugged mine.
Well, you also had yours in a little
paper cup, but
I got a Yeti. Yeti sponsor us. It keeps your coffee warm for hours.
It does.
P.S. Yeti.
I use my Yeti daily at work.
Right? And it comes in fun colors. Camo. For those that are listening, I am holding up the Yeti and just caressing it. It's keeping my coffee warm. Anyway, this is just a little part one. We're going to have some guests on soon. We just wanted to kind of get started what's going on with these next couple episodes. I think the first person that's going to come on, I already forget her name, but Chasing Limits Taxidermy.
Yes.
And she's local to the area. She's actually affiliated with Grit Outdoors, one of our sponsors. So we're going to be having her on shortly. But for now, just stay tuned. We'll be back, guys. Hey everybody, we are back and we are live from the Life Outdoor Show here in Clifford, Ontario. Our next guest is a hometown gal right here in Clifford, and she owns Chasing Limits Taxidermy. So please welcome to the stage, Danielle Niesen. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you did.
Yes! Like I said, I'm really bad at last names, so I tend to muck those up and then I feel really, really bad after. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm
a little nervous.
Oh, it's fine. It's easy. Some super easy questions. I have a love of taxidermy. I love dead things.
And killing things.
That too, yeah. I love dead things. I love killing things. I especially love skulls. And we'll talk about some of your beautiful skulls that you do. But what kind of got you into the love of taxidermy, finding that kind of passion?
Well, so I'm definitely an artsy, creative person. And I had trouble finding kind of a mix of everything. I'm into so many things. So it wasn't until I met Ty, my partner, that he likes shooting and killing things. So that really worked out well together, and same with our lures. He couldn't find a color that he wanted, so he was that's the one I want, and I can't get it anymore. So the two kind of mixed, and he was like, you really should do taxidermy. I don't know if that's kind of my area, but his taxidermist is actually looking to retire, so we were like, let's do a day, see if I like it, and right away he was like, you're really good at this. So one thing led to another, and I've been working away at that for a couple of years, and now we've decided to be, full-time when we can be.
So how long has the business officially been like full-time that you're doing it?
Well, I still work full-time, so unfortunately it's still a side gig, but we're hoping within the next year that we can make it a full-time.
That's awesome. And what kind of taxidermy is it? Like, are you just deer, skulls, Euro mounts? Do you do ducks, all the things, or?
No. So right now I've decided to just stick with whitetails. So I do whitetail shoulder mounts, whitetail European mounts, and then painted skulls too.
The painted skulls, those are freaking beautiful. Like, how did you just discover that
I
talent?
like painting things, so
my
that
God.
was like, oh, what can I do next? How can I make it different? So I like to give people the chance that everybody seems to want the bigger deer as a shoulder mount, spend the money, make it last. For the smaller deer, maybe, it's still a keepsake you keep on the wall. To paint it is I can incorporate your name, the year, even anything that reminded you of the hunt. So I get the customer to talk me through what happened with that hunt and how we can incorporate that somehow into the painting, whether it's daytime, nighttime, closer to evening, whether something random happened or something that when they tell the story really stuck out to them.
So we're going to get into both process, but for the painting process, how does that work? We were talking a bit about it because I'm joking around with everybody now, telling her I'm giving her my beaver, which I have a beaver skull from a bear hunt last year, but you're going to paint it for me. But that process, aside from the whitening,
Yeah.
is it certain special paint that you have to use? Then do you have to gloss over it or whatever? I know nothing about painting, as you can tell.
No, and so it's still the cleaning process that you do with the regular European mounts. And then painting, I found not really a special paint, depending. I don't let people, you don't leave them outside anyways, but nothing really special about it, just kind of our regular paint. And I do make sure it's clear coated so that if you're wiping it and dusting it and things like that, you're not going to ruin the paint job. But
Now, do you draw out your designs on the skulls before?
yeah, I
Okay.
usually do. I like to figure out kind of the layout and make sure it fits. And sometimes then that leads me on another process of something else that I want to include or add to. I have a couple, and I was really hoping to bring today, but I've actually added glow-in-the-dark paint.
No way.
So that it's a deer in the trees, but then when you turn the lights off, the moon and the stars stick out. So there's lots of little cool things like that you could incorporate into it.
That is so cool. Now I'm wondering if I want that for my beaver skull. That's so neat.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a thing. I can barely color in the lines, let alone know everything about all that paint.
Oh yeah, there's nowadays there's everything in every color.
Oh, it's crazy. Even seeing some of the TikToks, people just the markers and stuff, the 1,000 different types of markers.
Yeah.
When we were kids, it was Crayola markers. You had one marker.
You might get a smelly one.
Yeah, yeah, and you could get a smelly one that smelled of whatever, cherries or something like that. Or weren't some of them edible, or did I just eat them because I'm crazy?
Because you like that.
Yeah, I guess I ate glue too. So, so for your Euro, your big Euro mounts and your just again, I'm so fascinated by this process. When you're doing a full deer shoulder mount, do you get a mold and then just kind of shape it around? How does that whole process work? And how long does that process actually take?
So there's actually a lot more to it than people think. And I was one of those people that was like, oh, there's not that much to it. No, there's a lot of fine detail that goes into getting it ready to even mount it. and I like to use the example of like tissue paper and tissue paper. I have to cut one from the other. So basically that fine of cutting cartilage away from the hide.
Oh, wow.
And then, the mounting process itself, there's a form that you can buy at Styrofoam. It's got chunks of wood in it where we need to mount antlers and hang it on the wall. And then you're using that form, you're adding clay to places that you want to build up. So eyes, ears, those kinds of things that you want to make look real.
So you get the hide and then the antlers?
So we cut the antlers off the skull. So
Okay.
instead of having the Euro mount, we cut off basically just like the forehead of the skull, and that's what you're mounting on then this form.
And then so when you mount it, after it's all mounted, I'm assuming it's not called cure, but like that's the word I know for
Yeah,
that.
you're tanning the hide.
Yeah.
And then it's called a wet mount.
Oh, okay.
So you're mounting actually the hide when it's wet.
Yeah.
And then the whole drying process can be a couple weeks, making sure everything dries how it's supposed to, where it's supposed to, because you will get, depending, some things shrink.
Oh,
so
okay.
seams, lips, eyes, they might shrink away. So you want to prevent that as it's drying.
So what happens if that does happen then? Do you have to like start over again, or is there a
Nope,
different?
you can re-wet it, basically, rehydrate it, and get a little bit of wiggle room. You can't restart, basically, but you can have the room to move things around.
The other thing I was going to ask, is there like, you said you're like getting into it, is there like a course you can take for it, or is it just something you have like just had a mentor and learned from it?
There is not, there are some classes you can take with, not as many around here.
Yeah.
I have a teacher, and he's been fantastic teaching me. That's one of the best ways. There is the Ontario Taxidermy Association, or Canadian Taxidermy Association, and they're great. They'll get you in touch with somebody. The show at the Sportsman Show.
I was going to say, were you there?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we had two in they have a little show there, so
Yeah.
we had it there. And they'll do little demos, and they're fantastic people that if you want to get into it, they'll hook you up with somebody that's in the field already, and maybe a specialty if you want to do just birds or just mammals.
Well,
have
yeah,
somebody.
like, because there's, again, and I've heard, again, birds are harder, and like the fish, I know some people who do fish replicas. I know some people, the taxidermist that I took a couple of my fish to, he did the actual live skin on.
Yep.
But again, I'm like, I have no idea how this process works. It's so fascinating. So the Sportsman Show, you said you had two in there?
Yep.
They have different categories, right?
Yeah, so different
Because, like, again,
classes.
if you've been doing it only for like a few years, like
Yeah.
some of those guys that have been doing it for 20,
Yeah.
like you kind of like,
Yeah. So I was in the novice.
okay.
So that's the first year by myself from start to finish. Next year I'll be moving up to the professional level, and then there is a master's level, which is the best.
Yeah, that's probably those advanced taxidermy guys
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep.
But I mean, some of their mounts, like they're getting mounts from all over the world, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you said you're just sticking to deer mounts for now. Do you have plans to kind of
I'm not sure yet.
see how it goes? Yeah.
I like the whitetails, and I want to get really good at those,
Yeah.
and almost specialize in those. And we'll see where it leads us. It might be that we take on something down the road, but for now I just want to kind of stay there.
And you also have lures. The Chasing Limits lures as well. Like, is it all under the same umbrella, or
Yeah, so we have trolling flies and Twinkies. And this was
what the hell is a Twinkie?
this is Diane when he couldn't find the color he wanted. So Twinkies are packs of 3,
Okay.
and so basically run on the line with your flasher, and he's kind of the guy that will have to get you to show you how to run
Yeah.
those and what they look like. But,
So they're like tiny, or
yep. So they're just about a 2-inch.
so for trout and stuff like that, right?
Yep,
Or-
salmon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the smaller bit of stuff.
Yep.
That's really cool. So last question here. I'll let you get back to your booth. Has there been like any challenges you faced, like being a woman and getting into this? Like even like at the Sportsman Show, like was anybody kind of nose up to you, or dealing with that kind of stuff from the old boys?
It's definitely you stick out. People seem to think that Ty is the one that does everything, and especially the taxidermy. They're like, "Oh, Ty does that?" No, that's
Really?
me. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So, and I think too, they haven't seen very many women that do taxidermy, so they kind of just assume. And I'm just getting into it, kind of thing. So I don't have a lot of issues yet, but there's definitely looks.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that women in our industry do get those looks, especially with something like that, because like traditionally, again, especially that traditionally is a lot of old boys doing it.
Yeah.
Like you go to the Toronto Sportsman Show and you see a lot of those guys, and you're like, "Fuck, you've been doing this for a long time, boy."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but it's really cool. Like I know you, and then Carol, she's Niagara area. Only two women I know that do taxidermy,
Yeah.
which is super cool. Like it's nice to see women getting into that,
Yeah.
especially because it's not just like you're hunting and fishing, like
Yeah.
that, but taxidermy is like an art on its own, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like that's so cool. But anyway, I will let you get back to the booth. Thank you so much again for taking the time
Thanks for
out
having
to chat. Guys, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with another guest. Thank you again, Danielle.
Thanks.
Hey everybody, we are back live from the Life Outdoors show here in Clifford, Ontario. We have a young lady joining us right now. She is a volunteer for the Fishing Friendzy Youth Fishing League, and she joins us all the way from London, Ontario. And that's about a, 1.5, 2-hour drive?
Yeah.
Yep. So please welcome Dez.
Hello.
So she's a young lady. She's only 19. So before we get into the Fishing Friendzy side of things, what kind of got you into the outdoors? Obviously, if you're volunteering for this, it's a passion of yours. And first of all, I just want to say it's amazing seeing a 19-year-old into it. It's like you don't see it anymore. So what got you started into the outdoors?
Mostly my dad. He's a big fisherman, and since I was little, he's always been taking me fishing and outdoors in the woods and everything, like camping and like getting out there and doing a whole bunch of stuff.
So were you from the London area originally, or is that where you're living now?
Yeah, I'm from London, and we moved to Norwich, Ontario, so
Okay.
we're like in between. We volunteer in London.
Yeah, because the Fishing Frenzy, they have like, I'll call them chapters, right? They're out of different like bases.
Yeah, we have
type thing?
like 13 different places that we do it.
That's awesome. And so when did you start volunteering for the Fishing Frenzy?
About 4 years ago.
How long have they been around for?
They've been around for quite a while. I don't know the exact year.
So for those people that don't know out there, especially like it is such a big thing now, wanting to get like kids and youth into the fishing league. Do you want to tell us a bit about what the Fishing Friendzy Youth Fishing League is?
Yeah, of course. So the Fishing Friendzy Youth League is to help younger like fishermen like learn how to bait their line, tie a whole bunch of stuff, fish for salmon, trout, bass, like any type of fish you want to go.
That's awesome. And I think I've read that there's different age groups, right?
Yeah, so it goes from 5 to 16,
Yeah.
and there's like the junior league, and hold on, what are the names?
I put you on the spot there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it goes from 5 to 16, and they go in like different sections. So I think it's 5 and 8, and then 9 to 10, and then the rest.
That's so cool. So, did you fish in this league before you volunteered for it?
No,
or?
I did not. I've just
No?
been volunteering with my dad when he got into it.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. Like I helped a whole bunch of kids learn how to tie their hook on their line.
Yeah, that was my next question actually. So when you volunteer for these events, you're out of the London area.
Yeah.
Like, are these day tournaments, or like how does the actual league itself work?
Okay. So it goes on for 5 weeks, and it's once a day in the 5 weeks.
Okay, so like once a week for 5
Yeah,
weeks.
and
Okay.
it's like the whole day you go down and the kids get set up. The first day is like a meet and greet. They start learning about it, and then the next 4 days they get right into the action and just start like learning and getting the fishies and everything.
And so is it at one body of water?
No, it's in different bodies of water. If you're doing the one in London, then it stays in the. Um, we have like a preloaded like pond
Oh, yeah.
with like I think there's bass and some trout in it
Yeah.
that they start catching on, and like we don't do it with the the point end.
Oh,
of
the,
hook?
oh my God. I know the word because the barb, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the barb. We pinch the barb so we're not hurting
Yeah.
the fish because it's a loaded pond and we're not.
It's
keeping
catch and
them.
release, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And I mean, especially like with youth, like especially the younger ones.
Yeah, we
You
don't want
want-
them getting hurt.
Well, not only that, you also just want them catching fish. So
Yeah.
it's easier to fish those kind of stocked ponds because, I mean, when you get to our age, you know that fishing is getting hard.
Yeah, and it's risky sometimes depending
Oh.
on where you're going.
Oh, there's been a few times where up lakes in our area, like the wind has changed and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
fishing's been great, but the wind changed and we almost died. And it was, it's a great time. So with this league, like, is there prizes at the end? Like, is there, like, do they keep points, scores?
Yeah,
like,
they keep points, so it goes off of like how many fish you caught, how big the fish was, and it all adds up into points.
Mhm.
And then at the end of it, you get like a trophy, and you win like a fishing trip to go
Oh,
places. Yeah,
seriously?
it's really cool.
that's so cool. Like, again, like, just stuff to get the kids in the outdoors. And that's all over Ontario? Or is
Yeah.
that all over Canada?
It's all over Ontario.
Oh my
Like
God.
they're, we have it on our board. The
Oh,
the
over
state-
there?
yeah.
Oh, I probably should have looked at that. My bad. I'll
You
have
can
to go.
also search it up. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's 13, and then we're adding 2 more locations.
Oh wow, and that's so cool. I know. I was actually talking to Mike a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Because Grey County, I don't think has one.
No.
And Grey County is like kind of our area. I know Bruce has one.
Yeah.
That's Teeswater, I think.
Yeah, it's
Um,
Teeswater.
But yeah, I've been meaning to like look into it because my kid, he fishes. He's huge into fishing. Like he would sit at the pond all day and just cast. Like now we're actually gonna circle a little bit back to you because again, just having a 19-year-old on a 19-year-old young lady. So what is your favorite fish to target? Like, do you get out fishing a lot?
Yeah, I do. I go up to like Port Hope.
Okay, yeah.
Sylvan Glen, we catch like the brown trout, the rainbow, and the salmon.
Yeah.
Like big fishies. I love catching them, and
So-
it's really fun.
So those are your favorite then?
Yeah.
And what kind of lures are you using for that?
I bottom bounce.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm not a big trout salmon. I go with my friend Glenn. He trolls, but I'm not very well versed in how to do the trout salmon thing. That's not my area. I love to eat it. Do you eat the fish or?
yeah, I eat brown trout. I don't eat the other ones. My
No.
dad does.
So when you're cooking up, like, what's your favorite way to eat that trout then?
Oh, straight through the mouth and the butt, right on the fire. No seasonings, no nothing. Just
That's it.
Straight up. Yep.
Savage. I love it. That's awesome. And I'm going to ask you now, because I'm always fascinated by, oh, dog. Where's the dog? What's your favorite fishing memory? Even though you're still young, you don't really...
I think the first time I went up to Port Hope with my dad,
Yeah.
I caught my first rainbow, and
Yeah.
it was pretty amazing, especially because I was very short, and it was really hard for me to reel in, so he had to give me a hand.
How old were you?
I think I was 12.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. Like, that's... And you reeled a doll in.
Yeah, he
That's
helped
amazing.
me a little bit because it was really big.
It's,
Rainbow.
it's really funny when it's the young, like when you're that young, it's usually the biggest fish. Like I've been looking at old pictures
Yeah.
like that my mom and Nana and Grandpa had, and I'm like, how come I don't catch fish these sizes anymore? Or
You
maybe
gotta
they
know
just
the
look
right
bigger.
places.
Yeah, or they maybe just look bigger because I'm tinier. Do you ever go like up north, like bass fishing or anything like that, or you just kind of?
No, I stick around the areas in Ontario. I don't
Yeah.
like going outside of Ontario.
You don't like traveling too much?
No.
Oh, well then. So with before I let you go, with the Fishing Friendzy, do you travel like outside of London to help the other stuff as well?
Yeah, like here.
Well, I
Where's the
guess that was a
raffle
silly
and
question.
stuff?
But Yeah, that was a really silly question. Obviously, you're here, but like with the tournaments and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
is
we
there
do.
like, do you guys do like big collaborative tournaments where it's like multiple chapters? Do you do anything like that, or is it still just chapter by chapter?
I think there is a couple. I haven't been to like any of the big ones. I just kind of go to like the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like too much of a crowd.
So were you at the sport? Did you go to the sportsman show this year, or
No.
no? You just avoided that. I mean, I feel that. This is my first trade show, and I was like, I'm gonna start small, and like this is like the perfect size crowd for me. I'm like, yes, I can ease into it. Now, social media wise, are you on social media? Can any of our followers follow you in your adventures, or?
I mean, I don't post much about I don't post much of what I'm doing. It's mostly just selfies, so I don't think they want it.
Okay. Well, then Fishing Friendzy, I guess, follow on
Yeah.
the socials. Okay. Well, it was amazing meeting you, Des. Thank you so much again for taking a few minutes out of your day to come chat with me.
You're welcome.
Are you guys here again tomorrow as well?
Yeah, we're coming back tomorrow to do the raffle and stuff for the young youth.
So, yes, if you guys are in the Clifford area, well, I guess nobody's going to hear this till after Clifford. But, yeah, it's been a long day, long night. I'm tired.
Same.
Anyway, yeah. Thank you again so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. It was nice chatting with you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Hey everybody, we are back for day 2 of the Life Outdoor Show here in Clifford, Ontario. Yesterday was a successful day. We had a few guests on. We sold some raffle tickets, sold some product, promoted our sponsors. I'm adjusting this camera. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. So we're live here from Clifford, Ontario at the Life Outdoors. It's been an awesome morning so far. A little bit busier today.
It's definitely busier today.
Yeah, I think with the rain and now that church is out, I just saw a whole ton of people pile into the parking lot. So I'm like, yes, can't wait to come in. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
The coffee. We got to talk about the coffee again. So no plug whatsoever, but this gentleman out of Godrich, he's here. It's called Metalhead Coffee. Fantastic coffee. Buy
For anybody
it.
watching.
Yeah. Buy it. It's amazing. It's been kind of our lifeline in the mornings.
It's been great.
Because some of us stayed up till 12:30 reading last night.
But at least I was reading.
Yeah, at least you were doing that. Yeah. So today we got a few guests coming on. We got the young lady who runs this. She's the one that founded and started this Life Outdoor Show. So she's going to be on a bit later. We also have a backwoods survivalist teacher expert.
Yes.
I don't know how to classify her.
I don't really know how to classify her either.
She's cool as shit. That's all I know. Like, we were chatting a bit this morning, so she's really cool. I'm excited for that. But yeah, it's day 2. We're here. We're gonna be, like I said, recording some live podcast. One last shout out to our sponsors: Federation Firearms, the Decoy Daddy, True North Baits, and Grit Outdoors Apparel. Make sure you like and follow them on Instagram. But otherwise, we will be back shortly with some new guests. Thanks, guys. Hey everybody, we are back live from Clifford, Ontario at the Life Outdoors Show here. I have our next guest joining us, Summer Martin, who is a naturalist instructor for Great Ape Empire. We'll kind of get into a little bit more of what that is later on, but she's an amazing outdoors woman. So I want to know kind of what got you into the great outdoors and kind of led you to being a naturalist instructor, and also what is a naturalist instructor?
Right. So my parents are homesteaders, so I grew up on a farm actually close to here, just over by Dornoch. I grew up on about 120 acres, and my parents moved there when I was a kid, and we got to the land, and the land was there, and that was it. And so we went through the whole, learning to grow our food and learning to live with the land, not on the land. And my parents are really connected with nature, so I grew up in an environment where I'm learning a lot about being outdoors, and it became my refuge for a lot of years, and I know that for a lot of people that's what the outdoors are. So I learned a lot about the outdoors for my whole childhood. I was a Girl Guide. I started work with different groups, learning plants. I've done an apprenticeship, a year-long apprenticeship with a gentleman named Alexis Burnett from Earth Tracks.
Okay.
And I'm currently learning from him, and there's some other teachers that I have that are really, really dear to me. I'm learning from Dave Arema from Wilderness Survival Certificates.
Okay.
And I'm in training right now with him to learn how to instruct survival. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So when you say instruct survival, that's like if people are stuck outdoors or if they're doing like the backwoods country camping.
usually it depends on what courses we're running.
Okay.
I'm learning essentially the basics of 72-hour survival right now. So
Okay.
talking about the priorities of survival, so the things that need to be prioritized in an emergency situation. So going into those detailed topics and knowing, what steps to make and what steps to take
Okay.
if you are in an emergency to help yourself and others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
So
I mean, I think that's super cool. First of all, like being a woman and being able to do that and like learning that is so fascinating. Because again, if we're outdoors, like again, if I'm bear hunting and I get stuck there, I would die. I should probably take a survivalist course from you if you're learning to do that. Like again, for those hunters and anglers that do a lot of the backwoods stuff, they should have those types of courses under their belt.
yeah, I highly recommend that. A lot of people, I think sometimes the ego gets in the way, where it's like, well, I've been hunting for so many years, and I do have a first aid kit, but there's been so many advancements in the equipment that's available for people to use first aid
Yeah.
now that it's good to keep people up to speed with what can be used in these situations and what
Yeah.
should be essential in your kit when you're going out into the backcountry.
Yeah, and I mean, like again, if you get cut or lose a limb or something like that, like that stuff can happen. You get tied, you're canoeing or whatever, and portaging, you get tied up in a rope or something like that. Like it's very quick to lose a finger.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and just knowing those essential steps to take. Say if someone has fallen in the water and you end up with a cold casualty, do you know the steps to make sure that that person's gonna stay alive? That's very important. So it's just something that I think should be in everybody's repertoire, and it's not something that I think back to like when you see in the movies when you see like it's a dinner table at Christmas and there's like the crazy uncle that's into survival, and they're like they think he's crazy or something, but now it's just a different time in the world, and I think these things are crucial, and everybody should have those skills.
Oh, 100%. Even
Yeah.
like again, just what came to mind when I go bear hunting. I'm in a tree stand. What happens if I slip and fall out of that tree stand, break my arm?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just simple things like that. Now, right now, you are a naturalist instructor.
Yeah.
So, what is a naturalist?
Well, I believe that someone that's a naturalist is someone who has a relationship with the land and can learn and interpret the land and share it with others.
Okay.
So for me, my goal is to help people to get back out into the wilderness and on the land, to learn not only about the land so we can preserve and take care of it, but to learn how to have the relationship with the land that in turn lets you have a relationship with yourself.
So, the relationship with it, are you like, is that foraging and like being like bear aware of like what's poisonous, what's not?
Yeah, like we on our courses we go through like basic plants that you can turn to in a survival situation, and you can we go through things that you could use a plant in a utilitarian situation, like to create a vessel to carry water or to to use because you're going to want to make sure you've got your three basic things for survival, which are fire, water, and shelter.
Yeah.
Shelter, fire, and water, actually.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you have you have the knowledge on how to collect water, on how to. So when we talk about the plants, we talk about being able to use them for food, but also to be able to use them maybe to make rope or to make, different things that you might need to treat a wound or, all those different avenues that you can go down. So what I do is I help people sort of be aware as they're learning of the different resources that can be available to you at any point. So it's a really, really rewarding experience.
So how did you learn all of that? Like, is that courses you could take? Is it a college, or is it just like courses and then you just kind of like, it becomes your baby and you just become like so knowledgeable in it that...
Yeah, like I think it's something that it's just something that, all the people that I work with, it's something that they've been interested in some sort of manner for their whole lives. And it's just, there are different schools that you can go to and different programs that you can go to become certified, but there's not a huge, I don't think there's like, I think it's a to be determined sort of category at this point. So there are a number of schools that are very highly recognized in the survival community, and so those are usually the people that you would want to like go to like get your like basic sort of knowledge and training to go forth from there. And it's also sort of based on like the respect for the people who have been doing it for a long time, like because all these skills are skills that take a lot of time and a lot of like dedicated effort to teach, because it's not something you could just read in a book. It's something that you actually need to go and spend time with the people and learn and share and grow and spend time on the land and practice the skills, because so there's a huge amount of respect for the people that have been doing that for thousands and thousands of years. So bringing that knowledge and passing down that knowledge is also a part of like respecting the people that are the reason that we're here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And how long have you now been doing this for?
I have been doing working with plants for probably about 15 years.
Okay.
Myself, and I am now.
Did you do something before the current venture, in regards to the naturalist side of things? Or?
I've been doing my own type of work for a number of years now, just on my own. My partner and I, we work with different organizations like the Gray Sawbill Conservationist Authority, doing just like interpretive walks where we talk about trees and we talk about, just taking care of the land and different ecology, and all of that type of thing. So I've been doing this for a number of years, and I just feel really dedicated to bringing people closer to the land and helping people get back to themselves through being with the land.
I mean, my primary diet is like a wild game, wild forage based diet. So like I can appreciate that very much so, because I know how much that the land gifts us.
Yeah.
Like in springtime's here now, like you'll see me out there for leeks, morels, pheasant backs, like the land gives us so much, and to be able to respect and have that knowledge, like I respect you for having probably like the most insane knowledge of like I can't even imagine what's in that big old brain of yours.
Thank you so much. And that's the thing, it's like you could keep learning this stuff for your whole life and not even be able to like get all the information. So it's just such a blessing to like be on that path of learning, and then being also able to connect with all these other wonderful people that are involved in this stuff and being in the outdoors, because it brings a lot of healing to a lot of people. And the group that I work with, the Great Ape Empire, is a group of Canadian Forces veterans that are teaching survival together and helping other veterans to heal from PTSD and just giving back to the community. So it's giving people a lot of purpose, and it's a wonderful organization.
That was actually a great segue, because I was going to ask you that next, like talking about the Great Ape Empire and how long have they been around, and when did you get involved with them? Because they're out of Wyerton, right?
Yeah, they're out of Wyerton. The first location is in Wyerton, and there's a retail store there where we sell like our equipment, so our survival equipment and camping equipment. And the other location is in Petawawa, just off of the base there. So it's
Smart place to have it.
Yeah, it's a great place. You know, we're helping a lot of the soldiers there, new soldiers, get their equipment and their boots, and so it's a really, really great location. And then we're starting to work, having groups coming in after basic training to do. We did a winter indoctrination, which was like just a few weeks back in Petawawa. We had a group of Canadian Forces members come out and work on a winter survival training. So it was an amazing experience. So the Wyerton location is, of course, close to Tobermory and the beautiful Bruce Peninsula. So it's a wonderful place to do training there with the diverse ecosystem.
Oh, yeah.
With this, with how you have like Huron and Georgian Bay.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful place too. So it's just a really great movement that's helping a lot of people. And we also, in our stores, support other veteran businesses, like businesses that are, selling whatever businesses that are selling their gear, they sell it at our store too. So yeah, it's quite nice.
That's awesome.
So
And
it's a good
you
group
said
of
it was
people.
veteran owned.
Yeah, it's veteran owned, 100% veteran owned.
And how long ago
Yeah.
did they start this?
4 or 5 years ago now.
Okay.
Yep, and there's a lot of people involved. We live all the way from the way at the top of Lake Superior, all the way to Mount Forest.
So, is it Great Ape Empire that offers the courses, or is that through singularly you and other instructors?
I teach with the Great Ape Empire at this point, so yeah, I work with the Empire, and that's where you can get in touch with me for programming, things like that. So yeah, we're just about to launch our youth program, which is called Little Apes Bushcraft.
Yes, tell me about that.
So we've started running programs up in Petawawa. We've had some free programs where kids can come out and get familiar with some survival equipment and some of the basics of survival. They learn a little bit about some tree identification, different tools and things, safe tool handling, things like that. And it's getting kids back outside, off their screens, and learning how to interact with each other, and also how to be people again, because they just don't teach that in school anymore. So
no, they don't.
Yeah, so it's a pretty great program, and we're really excited to have more kids come out and start working with us.
It's unfortunate that they don't have that in schools anymore. The teaching that in schools nowadays is insane to me. I don't need to know trigonometry. Teach me how to do my taxes. Teach me how to do other stuff that's, again, even the wilderness survival.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to have kids that are interested in that stuff.
Yeah.
If they get a hook in their finger or whatever, that could be a terrible time. Especially if to pull it out or whatever.
Yeah. And the one thing that I've noticed with kids is the confidence that's built when they're out there and they are able to achieve one of these goals of maybe starting their own campfire or building their own shelter.
Yeah.
They are so empowered, no other. And I see kids acting like totally different kids when they come off of our program.
Well,
so
and then they go because again, we are up here in the country. They go show their friends everybody wants to have a fire. Oh, I'll start the fire, and they go camping with their friends or whatever, and everyone's like, oh, you can start a fire.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
rewarding, right? And that's just not happening that much for kids anymore. So that's the goal.
That's being launched this year, or that's happening this year?
Yeah, it's happening. We've already had a couple events up in Petawawa.
Yeah.
We're just excited to bring it down to Wyerton here too.
That's
and
exciting, because
again,
there is so many kids in this area that would probably be interested in that.
Yeah.
I won't keep you for too long because I know you're busy over there. I keep seeing you
anytime.
So where can we find you and Great Ape on social media? Where do you sign up for these courses and stuff like that? What's the handles here?
So you can go to greatapempire.com.
Yep.
And if you go to navigate to our survival courses page, you can view the courses that we have running for this year. We've got some really fun programming happening this year. And there's a little bit about the Empire on the website as well. And then on our socials, it's a Great Ape Empire Petawawa or Great Ape Empire. And just give us a follow. We've always got some fun stuff happening to report on, and we've also got a newsletter that you can sign up for on our website that will update you on any of our any of our projects that we're
Yeah.
working with right now. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Now, do you have a personal social that you put your adventures on or anything?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a personal social, Lovely Lioness 333.
I think you just followed me.
Yeah,
okay,
that
yeah,
was
okay.
me.
I
Yeah.
was like, okay, Lovely Lioness. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm not sure who
Lovely
this one
Lioness.
is. So,
Yeah.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, yeah, and
perfect.
I've always got like my adventures on there. I do a lot of like plant medicine making and all sorts of
That's
different
cool.
things. So
That's cool.
there's always something fun to check out on there too.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody's looking to follow, that's where you're going.
Yeah.
So again, Summer, I just want to thank you again for taking the time out of the day to come chat with me. It was nice chatting with you, learning about this stuff. Again, I find it fascinating, and I think it's crucial for this day and age. Like if you're getting into the outdoors and stuff like that, knowing that kind of survival side and how to, because again, you never know what's going to happen. Things can change in an instant.
Totally. And it's
Like-
important to have that solid foundation to be able to react in a quick manner when you need to.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So go check them out on Instagram. Is it on Facebook as well?
Yeah.
So Great Ape Empires on Facebook and Instagram, and for Summer's Adventures, Lovely Lioness.
Lovely Lioness.
At Lovely Lioness.
333.
They will be, if you look in the comments, I'll have all the information there. But Summer, again, thank you so much,
you.
and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
It was an honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, we are back live from Clifford, Ontario at the Life Outdoors Show. I am joined today by the founder of the Life Outdoors Show. I actually didn't get your last name, and now I feel...
McGoldrick.
Okay.
It's very Irish.
I was going to say, so Sarah McGoldrick, she's McGoldrick.
Yes.
I'm so bad at last names. I've been forgetting and I can mispronounce.
It's all good.
But she is the founder of the Life Outdoors Show here in Clifford. You live in this area, grew up in this area?
I actually grew up in the Fergus Elora area. I was
Okay.
raised on a farm in Bellwood, very small town.
Oh, yes, Bellwood.
But I've been living up here for about 3 years, running a little shop. But I'm just about ready to move to near Flesherton, near Lake Eugenia. We'll be even more closer to the outdoors.
So, but you used to own that shop, the county store, right? The Clifford
Country store.
Country,
You got
not
it.
county.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And it was like you had bait and tackle there, right?
I did. It started out as a gift shop, but as time went on, we just added like a tackle shop in the back, and then it just like, took off. People were like, I remember one day there was a guy driving by, and I had the door open to the shop, and I could hear, and he had his windows down in his car, and I could hear bait and tackle, and he just does this U-turn in the middle of the street and comes running back and came in and bought some stuff. So yeah, it's definitely a big attraction up here.
Yeah. Well, because fishing is huge up there. You are
Yes.
into fishing yourself,
I
right?
am. I'm a newbie. I've only been doing it for a couple of years, but you know, look what happens when you get
Yeah.
into it. You start an outdoor show.
It doesn't mean newbie is a newbie. That's nothing. It is your fish. At least you're outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, for sure. I love it.
So where did the idea and concept of this show come out? Because like again, like we're in Clifford. It's not a huge area,
No.
but we've had some great traffic, and there's a lot of vendors here.
Yes.
Like,
Well, it's an area. So it's in Wellington County. We're at the top of Wellington County, just before you hit like Huron and
Yeah.
rivers and that sort of thing. But there's lots of little rivers around here. We're like an hour from Lake Huron. We're an hour from Georgian Bay. So you know, we're sort of that last stop before you hit cottage country. And it just made sense. Like some of us were just kind of talking. There was lots of other little events going on, but there was nothing really associated with the outdoors. And it's like it makes up a huge percentage of the economy here
Yeah.
is based on outdoor activity and recreation. So we're like, well, why don't we just start one and see what happens? And the first year we had like a lot of people come on board. They're like, yeah, we'd love to do this. And so this is our third year, and it's just grown and grown, and we just can't wait to grow it more.
that's awesome. So even with you moving, are you still gonna do it in Clifford?
Absolutely. It's
Okay.
only going to make me, want to do it more. We've made some great connections here, and the vendors have been fantastic. They have been our advocates all
Yeah.
the way through because they go out to, big shows all over Ontario and even into the United States. And when they've been there, they've been talking us up.
Yeah.
So, like, when we went around to meet with different vendors in other spots, they're like, oh, yeah, we already heard about you. We'd love to come to the show, sort of thing. So it's like, it's just been fantastic. We can't thank them enough.
Well, and you have vendors from literally all over Ontario. Like
Yes.
you have these guys across from us. They're from Oakville.
Yep.
Like it's not just like vendors in this area. You have people coming from
Everywhere.
everywhere, and like
all kinds of outdoor
Oh, yeah.
activities too. Like we didn't try to limit it too much. We didn't want to be just fishing, just hunting. We like the only caveat was we want you to be somehow related to the outdoors, and it
Yes.
just naturally grew on its own.
Yeah, I mean, I don't technically sell any products, but doing this kind of stuff, like promoting the outdoors.
Oh yeah,
and
you're a great
women
advocate as well.
women in the outdoors.
Yes.
And I think that's a huge thing. Like, and especially, again, like, it's so cool how a woman has now created this show, and, like,
It's a tough space to get into, and when I first started it, people didn't assume I was the one running it either. Like I have some friends that have been helping me, and they automatically just kind of go to the guy. Oh, you know, what's the show all about? And he'd be like, talk to her. She's the one doing it. So yeah, so it's great to help women find a place in this industry because it is a really tough one to get into.
Yep.
But there's lots of great women out there who are
yeah.
supporting each other, and that's
Yeah.
what matters.
And again, that's kind of like what I do, like knowing it is like an old boys club traditionally.
Definitely.
So us kind of breaking out, and that's kind of why I came into it. And I'm friends with Glenn, and when I found out, like, he's like, oh yeah, Sarah's like, a woman runs it? Yes, sign me up, let's go. Let's do this, I want involved.
Yes.
And that's awesome, like, it was super exciting. This is technically my first trade show that I've done. But it was nice to do it because I only live 20 minutes north. Like
Right.
it's nice to do something that's close to home too.
Yeah.
Like this is our area. This is, and I'm glad you're staying here next year.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, like I said, we only want to keep growing it, expanding it. Just because I'm not living here doesn't mean it still can't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm only an hour away. I want to keep making this happen for everyone because so many of our vendors too are like small businesses.
Yeah.
And entrepreneurs. They're just getting started. We want to give them that space. We try to keep it very inclusive and very affordable, and we welcome anyone and everyone in this space.
And that's the perfect, like, this type of event is the perfect start for some of those small businesses.
Yeah, if it's a springboard, that's great too.
Yeah, like, and exactly, like, it is affordable. Just getting some of those, like, out there, like, getting your name out there just to start, like, this weekend alone, I've gained a bunch more new followers.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause it's easy to get lost in the big shows as well when you've got, you know, those massive corporations and you're just the tiny guy. So we are happy to make anyone's journey a success.
Well, and again, a lot of those big shows too is corporate, like, and they are huge. You do get lost in them just because they're so freaking big.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I've been to the Toronto Sportsman Show the last 3 years, just helping out with some of my buddies who had booths in it, and like some of those days, it's so like overwhelming, and like you don't get a chance to talk to people because like you're just like, I found this weekend I've had the chance to talk to people and do this kind of stuff. Whereas like at those shows, it's like you're blink and then the show's over and you're like, oh crap,
And
I didn't
here
even get
too-
to the one side of the show.
And here too, you're supporting Canadian business.
Yes.
And that's what matters right now. You're not supporting multinationals per se.
Yeah.
You're supporting your neighbors and your friends and the people you get outdoors with.
Chasing Limits, who lives in Clifford here, I gave her my beaver skull because I had no idea I had a beaver skull, and because I love collecting skulls, and I had a beaver skull that I found when I was bear hunting last year, and it was fully intact, and I was like, I want to do something with this, but I don't know what, and then chatting with her, and I was like, oh, I'm going to give it to you to paint. I had no idea she painted skulls.
She's got some cool stuff.
Oh, and like, again, just little things like that, just building those relationships between brands and promoting everybody, like, and that's the big thing, like, whether or not you're a woman or even a man, like, our industry is becoming smaller and smaller because of political nonsense.
Yep.
So we have to support each other.
Yes.
And that's a huge thing. Like, people frown on the outdoors because they're like, well, why do you need to do that? Like, sometimes it's not an option for people to, like a lot of them have to hunt, forage, and fish for their living.
And it's also about conservation too and
Yes.
education. So even if you're not into fishing and you're not into hunting, we have different conservation areas here, people who teach outdoor survival.
Yep.
So there's something for everybody no matter what your interest in the outdoors is.
Well, I mean, talking about conservation, like, people wonder why there's a bear hunt. Well, it's to stop, like, overpopulated bears from, like, walking downtown Lion's Head.
Yes.
In the middle, did you hear about that last year?
I did, yes.
Yeah, it's downtown Lion's Head in the middle of a busy tourist season. A bear is just walking downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I lived in Burlington, a bear in Burlington,
Yep.
like, the city population. A bear was at Mountainside Arena, like a hockey arena. It was just walking around, and I was like, that's not right.
No.
So like conservation comes into that because that's not okay.
And it teaches people as well how not to create spaces where the bears feel they can.
Yes.
They need to come into the cities to forage or,
Yes.
or whatever. We teach. Don't feed the bears.
Don't feed the bears. Don't feed the coyotes.
Don't feed the wildlife. 'Cause-
Lock your stuff up.
Exactly.
Like, and that's
exactly.
a huge thing. Like, people have to lock their garbage bins.
Yeah.
Like, even in, did you also hear about the incident at Red Bay where the owner got attacked by a bear?
Oh gosh.
So yeah, I guess there was again bears up there, and they're just
Yeah.
not scared because they're so used to people feeding them.
Yeah,
now.
they're not pets.
Yes, but they're not even scared anymore
Yeah.
because it's just we've given them that space, and they're like, oh, these humans are gonna feed us,
Mhm.
but like it ends up being a bad touch.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the education needs to be there more
Yeah.
often than
And
not.
that's what events like this are all about is,
Oh, 100%.
education as well as
Yeah.
buying the latest gear.
Well, when you introduced me to Summer there, talking to her, fuck, she's knowledgeable.
Oh, they've got such an awesome thing going.
Like that is so cool.
Great Ape Empire.
Yeah, Great Ape Empire, but even just talking to Summer and then her doing that stuff, like
Yep.
I'm gonna actually end up doing a filmed episode with her where we do a hike and stuff like that. She
Awesome.
talks about the medicinal, but again, like I wouldn't have known that connection had it been for you in this show.
It's
So
all
that
about building those bridges.
that is a big thing with these trade shows, and it's fantastic. Again, it's all local. That's what I really like about it is it's local in the area.
Mhm.
I'm not traveling. I mean, it's cool meeting people from different provinces, but I like that it's local. I don't have to travel far. And again, I'm a homegrown girl. I like stuff that's really, really local.
Well, and the donations we collected today, I mean, it's going to the local Rotary Club, who will
Yeah.
then in turn take that money to invest in, little projects around town or internationally. So, you're helping locally and globally by coming to shows like this.
Yeah, and like again, that stuff, like giving back to the community, like you
Yeah.
said, is just an amazing
It
thing. Like
matters.
Clifford's a beautiful little, like again, I don't even know if I'd call it a town, probably like a hamlet or something.
Hamlet,
Like it's you blink, you go through the stoplight, and boom,
Exactly.
you're done. You're gone through it. But
Yep.
again, it's a cute little
Community.
town.
Yep.
Yeah, a community. That's
Yep.
a great. Yeah, it's a cute little community. I didn't even know there was an arena here, but apparently you guys haven't had ice in it, which is,
No,
is
it's
just
just
funny.
pickleball now.
Yeah, pickleball. But apparently that's a country thing because I'd
Yes.
never even heard of it.
Oh,
until,
I haven't even tried it.
I hadn't even heard of it until I moved up here. So, but again, I won't keep you too long. But I want to thank you for giving me the space, for giving everybody the space. It's amazing what you're doing. I hope I can come back next year. I hope
Oh,
you'll
we do
allow me
too.
back.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean,
bring
the-
your friends.
Yeah, I mean, so if you let me know the date, I will be here. I will be here doing the same thing again. I totally appreciate you and what you're doing, and again, I love that it's local, and we definitely want to continue to support the show. And yeah, you have us for as however long as you want to do this. We'll be here.
Awesome. We
So-
appreciate your being here for sure.
I want to thank you again. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me, and again, we can't wait to see you next year. We'll be back for sure, 100%.
Awesome. Thanks
Thanks
so
again,
much.
Sarah.